Okay, let's see here. So let me just see. I think Facebook should go live now. Just double check. Make sure. There I am. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Get Vocal stream for True Consequences. Tonight's going to be a little bit, hopefully, if you're watching on Twitter or on Facebook or on YouTube and you want to participate, you can come over to getvocal.com. That's GETVOKL.com. And you can participate. You can have a conversation with me. You can grab a spot here and chat. You can type your messages. If you're typing messages on social media, it might take me a while to see them just because I am not really good at multitasking and monitoring the comments and things like that. So I just wanted to put that out there. True Consequences right now is in hiatus. It's been about a month, maybe a little bit more than a month now. I have been releasing some bonus episodes just to keep you guys going while I'm working on season 3, but actively just starting to get that season produced and written and recorded and all those things. And I do have a launch date. Let me see if I can look at my calendar and tell you what that is. So I'm planning on launching on, I'm going to say November 1st, probably. I might try to do like a week earlier than that, but that's the plan for season 3. I have a lot of exciting things planned, and I'm really looking forward to this season. It's going to be intense. Tanya asked how many episodes in season 3. Probably the same as what I've done, about 12 episodes. Hey, Jackie. So I'm probably going to do 12 episodes for season 3. Like I said, I'm planning on November 1st being the date that I go live with that season. Patrons will, of course, have access to episodes early. In fact, I have an episode to throw up on Patreon for True Consequences for season 3 right now. I just have to edit it out. So patrons just know that that's coming. Like I said, this is going to be more of a casual conversation. I don't really have anything planned out. I wanted to talk about season 3. I wanted to do some Q&A. So if you have questions, by all means, ask your questions. I will answer them. Just a little peek under the tent for season 3. I don't want to give away too much of it, but I am going to be going pretty deep into the Victoria Martins case. And if you're not familiar with it, it's got to be one of the worst history than history. It's been a challenge for me. I really haven't wanted to cover this case just because it's so hard, but it's so important to tell her story. You're right, Jackie. It needs to be told because it's another example of how New Mexico continues to fail the children in this state. Hey, Fern. Happy birthday, Fern. Everybody say happy birthday to Fern. It's already midnight, past midnight where she's at. And so her birthday is tomorrow for us, but right now for her. But I was saying, like, it's another example of how the state of New Mexico has continued to fail its children. For those of you that have been fans of the show and listened to the show, you know my brother's story. That happened 33 years ago. Victoria Martins happened in 2017, so just 3 years ago. And there are countless stories like hers. There's a couple more I'm going to be doing for season 3 as well, in a similar kind of track. But that information will come out later. Let me see what else. Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to do a Billy the Kid episode with my friend Lydia, and I'm super excited about that because it'll be a little bit less heavy. It's always fun to have Lydia on as well because she brings some humor and she brings some uh, intelligence, and she comes prepared to record, and I really like working with her. She's really funny. Yeah, she's so funny. Um, Even though some people don't like her or her cackling, like they said on one of the reviews, which was uh, hilarious. But she's fun to record with, and I think Billy the Kid's a good episode for her to do with me. One that's pretty famous that you guys might know about that I'm going to cover is the cackling was your favorite part. Good night, Fern. It was my favorite part too. We had a lot of fun, especially with the cult episode. That was a fun one and kind of heavy at the same time, but she made it fun. Um, so yeah, I think Billy the Kid will be good for her and I to do together. We're also going to tackle one of the most famous cases that's been on Investigation Discovery. It's been on a lot of podcasts. It is the Girly Chu Hasenkopf story. Do you guys know what that is? Girly Chu Hasenkopf, or who she is? That is a crazy story. It's like lizard people and conspiracy and so many twists and turns. And I think the killer's name was Linda Henning. That happened here in Albuquerque. So we'll be covering that case in season 3. I'm hoping that I'll have some updates on Jacob's case, on my brother's case as well. I'm not sure that I will, but I'm hoping that I will, so that I can provide an updated episode for everybody to know what's going on with the case. There's a lot of things that are happening. Can't really talk about them yet, but as soon as I can talk about them, you guys will hear about it. It'll be on the show. We might even do a get vocal for it, but things are moving slowly, but they're moving. I'm busy. Yeah. Well, and I'm also working on, I'm hoping it's positive too, Jackie. We'll wait and see what happens. As soon as I can tell you guys, I really want to, I will. I'm also, like I said, working on Dos Pequeños, which has been a lot of fun. So yeah, I am busy, Tanya. You're right. Let me think about what other cases I'm going to cover. Season 3. I want to do some more cults because there's like a bunch of them here. So I might do another cult episode. But yeah, currently working on recording all that stuff and writing it all out, getting everything ready to go. Anybody have questions for me? Crazy stuff happens here. Yeah. Lots of crazy stuff happens here. We even talked about, Alex and I talked about taking Lydia to the prison where the riots happened and doing a Dos Pequeños haunted prison tour, and maybe like having video of it so that everybody can see what's going on over there. It's definitely a spooky place to visit. I think it would be a lot of fun to do that, and I think Alex and Lydia and I would have a good time doing that together. And then if COVID restrictions relax, maybe we can have some Dos Pequeños and True Consequences fans come with us, make an afternoon of it or an evening of it, and creep ourselves out in the prison. There's still like axe wound or axe like marks in the concrete at the prison where they were like chopping people up and stuff, which is creepy. And I just think even if it's not haunted, it would still be spooky as hell and scary to go. Just like the vibes from all of that horrible stuff that happened. That episode was a rough one to record. Let me think about what else I was going to talk about. It'll be a lot of fun. I think so. I want to do more stuff like that. I just hope coronavirus starts to participate in the way that allows it, or starts to go away, not participate. It's already participating too much. That's enough out of you, Rona. I've literally only been talking for 8 minutes. Honestly, you guys, I'm so sorry. I wanted to prepare something. I wanted to prepare a case to talk about tonight, but I'm just like so off my rhythm because of everything that's been going on personally that I just couldn't get my stuff together tonight. It'll be January before it's over. Yeah, or later, huh? Could be later than that, unfortunately. So I just wanted to hang out and chat with you guys. So if anyone wants to grab a spot and talk or ask questions, I don't have like I said, a case planned or anything like that. I just wanted to give some updates on season 3. When season 3 starts for True Consequences, the season will be wrapping for Dos Pequeños. We'll probably have a Halloween episode, and then that'll be the season finale for Dos Pequeños, and True Consequences will pick up November 1st and then probably run through like February, maybe March, depending on how things go. And then there'll be another little break, and then Dos Pequeños will pick back up in the summer again. So that's going to be the kind of cadence that we're going to be following. So hopefully you guys won't have to go too long without new episodes. I, of course, will still be doing Get Vocal. So once I can get my act together and preparing for this, having some cases prepared, I do want to do another episode with Ariel about Epstein because I want to go through the documents that were released and unsealed from the court. I think that's going to be informative and maddening. Will I do more on the bone collector? I could. I could do more on the bone collector. I've really been enjoying the Mesa podcast by Tierna. She's doing such a deep dive on that, and she's uncovering a lot of crazy stuff. I don't know if you listened to that episode yet. It was a Get Vocal stream. The fact that one of the main investigators suspects that it's a group of people as opposed to one serial killer is pretty shocking to me, but also makes a lot of sense when you think about the fact that of the people of interest that have been named in the case, there's really never been anything to concretely connect them to these murders. And so this investigator believes that it's a group of powerful and wealthy people who are utilizing the services of sex workers and just treating them like disposable, right? Killing them, getting rid of them. And the idea is that they probably felt that they could get away with it because back when they were burying the bodies, there was really nothing out there. And it wasn't until people started building houses out there that they found, anything. So, yeah, I could do more on it. I don't know. I want to do it right, I guess. So I'll think about it, Jackie. It's called The Mesa. If there might be cartels involved, that's a possibility. Yeah, I mean, that's always possible. You look at what happened in Juarez with all those women. That's actually a case I want to cover. I know that there's a podcast that's going deep into that, but Juarez is so close to us. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, El Paso's more like New Mexico than it is like Texas. And so I think I'd like to cover the women of Juarez, the murdered women of Juarez, which definitely has a lot to do with some of the drug cartels. And I think some of that was just like an opportunistic situation. Oh, I'm going to cover Katie Sepich's case. You guys probably know that one. It's pretty big. Caused her parents had created Katie's Law after that, So that's another one I'm going to cover in season 3. I think season 3 is going to be good. Oh, and also I'm changing my intro music, which I'm kind of excited about. I would play it for you guys, but I don't know if it's going to work. If you can hear it, probably not. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm changing my intro music, Jackie, for True Consequences. Mostly because I feel like I love my intro music that I had for the last 2 seasons. The intro that I recorded was with before I had this fancy mic that I have here, Fancy Town mic, and so I wanted to re-record it. And you always have my intro music stuck in your head. Yeah. Well, I think you guys will like it. Let me see if I can play it for you. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. And you can tell me what you think. And if you don't like it, then maybe I won't do it. But I'm really strongly considering it. Let's do this real quick. So yeah, it's going to be similar to what I had before, but I just felt like I wanted to refresh it and update it and make it more modern, more kind of where I am right now. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let me see. Audio files. It is this one. Okay. I'm going to send it to my phone so I can play it and put it into the mic, hopefully. Whatever you choose, I'm sure will be great. Aw, thanks, Mel. Well, I'm going to play it for you guys. Since you're sticking out and hanging out with me today, you get the benefit of listening to it. Benefit, or I don't know if it's a benefit. All right, here we go. I wanted to keep it similar, so let's do this. Tell me if you can hear it. What do you guys think? You like it? Yay! Yeah, I think it's just it's fresh, but it still has the same kind of vibe as the other music. It's kind of creepy, which is, you guys know I like that. It's a little sad, but it's a little upbeat, and I just feel like it will go good with the show. I'll probably still use some of the old music in the show, but for the intro, I think that's what I'm sticking with, and I'm pretty happy with it. So it's a roller coaster. Excuse me, Santa Muerte, huh? I don't know if I know what that is. Oh, that's the Lady of Death. You know what? That could be something that we do for Dos Pequeños, maybe. Patron Saint of Death. I don't know. That could be a good either one. A wide variety of powers. Protection against witchcraft. That's pretty interesting. I'll have to check that out and see about it. Do you think that's more of a Dos Pequeños topic or a True Consequences topic? What do you think, Jackie? So, yeah, I'm excited about season 3. I'm excited about the new intro. Definitely Dos Pequeños. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's a good case idea. If you guys are listening on social media or anywhere else and you have case ideas for me, I've gotten a bunch of them. I still have some open episodes that I need to figure out what I'm going to do. So you can always send me those case ideas as long as they're in New Mexico, or I'll take El Paso. I'll even take like the surrounding area of like West Texas, South Colorado, or East Arizona. But I just really want to come up with some good content. So I have almost all of it planned out, but I'm still looking for a couple. I'm also looking for interviews. That's been especially hard because of COVID. I want to do more of them, and I want season 3 to have a bunch of them, but I just don't know if it's going to be able to happen for me, just because people have been a little bit squirrely. Even if I do it like remotely, it's still been tough to get people to commit to being interviewed, which has been a little frustrating. So, but can't force them to do it, I guess. So if you know anybody that wants to tell their story on my show, please put them in touch with me. I'm actively looking for cases and families to interview. So I don't use Zoom, Jackie, because the one time I did use it, the audio was so terrible. I will typically use an app called Zencaster, where you can be in 2 different places, or Skype. Skype has better quality audio than Zoom does. I've gotten pretty picky about that recently. Even Google Meet has better audio quality. Yeah, Zoom is, and it's unreliable sometimes too. So I did that one time and I'm like, I'm never doing that again. I was so irritated by the sound quality of it. I'm like a snob now. I didn't even know what sound quality was before I started podcasting. And I'm still learning a lot. Google Meet's pretty good, yeah. Oh, thank you, Tanya. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. What else do I want to tell you guys about? I don't know. Oh, thank you. You guys are too nice to me. I'm just going to see if there's anybody messaging on Twitter or Facebook. If you guys have questions, please shoot them at me. If you want to grab a spot and just chat, I'm here for that too. Nobody's talking on social. Oh, that's another thing that's kind of cool. There's this like podcast co-op that's being formed here in New Mexico. Hey, Jackie.
Hi. This is you.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's been a long week.
Yeah, you've got a.
Yeah. It's starting to get better. It's starting to get a little better. But like I said, I'm out of my routine, so that's kind of messed me up a little bit.
Yeah.
What was I saying though? I forgot. My brain doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
I was gonna say something. Thank you, Tanya. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So I really like. They're starting this co-op in Albuquerque for podcasters, and it's not going to affect what I have with the Oracle Network. I'm still happy to be a member of the Oracle Network, but what's going to be cool about it is if I join this podcast network, not network, co-op, which I will, I'll be able to have a studio space to interview people if I need to, which will be awesome. Because then they don't have to come to my house, because when I interviewed Cynthia V. Hill, she was in my kitchen. And it was a good interview, but it was really awkward to have an interview in my house. So it'll be a little more professional. The other cool thing is all of the local podcasts that have been going for a while are going to work together to teach classes to people who want a podcast. And I'm excited about that because it's like a cool way to give back to the community and hopefully get more New Mexico podcasts, which I'm all about. I'm all excited about that because I think we need more.
Oh, we do. We really do.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be fun. It'll be fun to be a part of that. And might even get some local advertisers as well for everybody, here, which will be awesome. So that's called the Barelas Podcasters Guild. And it's probably going to launch in October. I'm excited about that. You should check out the shows that are participating in that whole project. There's What's Up ABQ. There's Parenting versus Podcast, which is a really amazing show. It's these two parents, and they try to record a podcast, and their kids are just constantly interrupting them the entire episode, and it's just hilarious because like it's just like real life. One kid will come in crying saying that one of the kids hit them, or they want juice and they're whining about it, and they're like trying to talk about all this heavy stuff. Pretty amazing. That's a local show. And then 10 Drink Minimum is another one that's local. Yeah, there's a bunch of New Mexico based podcasts, and it's pretty exciting to see how this community is growing. And I'm excited to be a part of that too. So,
That'll be a good thing. That'll
yeah,
be a good thing for you.
yeah, I think so. Well, and it's nice to give back to the community. That's what I really want to do. And that's the whole reason why I even started True Consequences, was to give back to the community, to provide a service for people. So I'll continue with that.
And True Consequences has done that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really.
I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. So, there was something else I was going to say about that. Brain not working. I don't know. Oh, so this week for those Spookenos, it's going to be Sasquatch, which is pretty exciting. There have been sightings of Sasquatch here in New Mexico, so that's why we felt like we should do it. I don't know if Sasquatch is really here. I don't even know if Sasquatch is real, but Alex and I will have fun talking about it, and that'll be on Sunday. Probably won't have it up for Patreon until Saturday. Sorry about that. A little behind. But the good news is we're also going to record on Sunday, and we're doing an interview with somebody that I'm very excited about. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll have that up probably on Monday or Tuesday on Patreon, and it'll be for the next Sunday. So we'll finally be ahead again to where we can start doing that. I'll just tell you, it's a local author.
Nice.
Who specializes in the paranormal. So that's it. That's, you know who it is? Who is it?
Well, I can't remember his name, but you guys refer to his book all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to try to interview him on Sunday. And that should be fun. He's a skeptic and he's a scientist, and he studies all of this with a scientific perspective. So it'll probably be a little bit of a bubble bursting opportunity for us, but it'll also be cool to talk to somebody who's actually gone in depth and investigated this stuff. So I'd be really interested to know what he thinks about skinwalkers.
That'll be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think Alex is a lot more excited because his like science nerd side of him is super pumped about that. So
he's the skeptic anyway. He's the one that's like, yeah, no, it can't be real, you know.
Yeah, he is. We have a good balance. So that's happening. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's all I have tonight.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Mel, do you have any questions? What were you saying, Jackie?
You got quite a bit going on.
Yeah, I do. It's so funny because I went to grad school while working full time and also like developing True Consequences, and I'm just that person that like if I don't have a million things to do, I feel like I'm bored. Um, so, and then I complain about being so busy. um, oh, thank you, Mel. I'm excited for season 3 too. But I'm having so much fun with those pequeños, honestly. Like, I just, I'm really in love with this show. It's so much fun to do, and I'm just having such a good time with it. Like, I'm sad that the season's gonna end, but
Just continues. It's a lot of fun.
yeah,
That one's a lot of fun. And you
it's
need
good.
something to balance out true consequences too.
Yeah, it's a perfect like analogy of my personality because I am like super intense, super dramatic, like super dark, but I'm also a smartass too. So it's a good balance. The Hat Man episode scared the crap out of you. You know, researching the Hat Man really freaked me out because I don't think there's much that's more terrifying than being unable to move or speak and like being tortured by something that you can't do anything about it. The only thing I can like relate to with that from my own experience is when I was younger, I used to have these night terrors, and there were these horrible nightmares, but like I tried to run away, but I could never run away fast enough. I tried to scream, but nothing would come out of my mouth. There'd be no sound. So that was like the only closest experience I've had, and it was in a dream. So the idea that can happen to somebody, it's really creepy and scary. I don't know. I'm glad it doesn't happen to me, and knock on wood that it doesn't. I'm afraid that I'm going to wake up and see him now. I have sleep paralysis once in a while. Ooh, yeah, that would scare me. That would scare me a lot. I don't think I want to see him ever. I don't want to see the hag. I don't want to see any of those things. I think I'd rather see La Llorona, honestly.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like much easier to deal with.
uh, and the Skinwalker episode scared me too. Alex and I were looking at each other. We were like, "Oh, should we be doing this? Like, should we be talking about this? Oh my god, this is scary." uh, yeah. And then we get things like Chupacabra, where it's like, it doesn't seem like there's very much there, which is disappointing because that's a fun story.
That's a great story. It's too bad there isn't more information.
You know, and I was surprised at how recent it was as well. That was
Yeah,
shocking for me. Yeah. Um. So you could expect more alien stuff, more ghost stuff, more Sasquatch stuff, and then we'll get into the heavy stuff in November 1st for True Consequences. All right. Well, I guess I'll wrap it up early because I don't really have much else to talk about. um, but I'm glad you guys joined me tonight, and yeah, stay safe.
take care, Eric.